Hi, I'm Misty Woodford, your 2022 Association President.
I'm Kyle Schultz, your MLS Director for the Williamson County Association of Realtors with RealTracs.
We're here today just to update you on some changes that are happening at the national level that may affect your business on the local level.
Many of you may have seen some of the emails and updates that came from NAR after the fall conference in November. There were 6 changes that came about that affect MLS and MLS policy. The first 2 really don't have much effect on your business. They just say that the MLS is required to provide a single data feed. The second, that they must require also a back office brokerage feed. Those 2 didn't affect us in a big way. But the 4 that really you may see affect your business more is that the first is a requirement that the IDX display the listing brokerage name as well as phone number. And you get to choose that phone number that's being provided and displayed, and it must be displayed in a prominent manner. The second is that offers of compensation must be displayed. That's always been provided kind of on the back side. Us as brokers, buyer brokers, are able to see what the listing broker is providing, but now the consumer on all consumer-facing websites will be able to see the offer of compensation to a buying broker. Also along those lines is that you can no longer filter by compensation. We actually couldn't prior, but that's not an option. They want to be sure that all listings are being provided to the consumer and they're able to see all of those. And then the 4th big one, which Misty's going to speak on a little more with the Code of Ethics impacts as well, is that you cannot advertise your services as free. So since that offer of compensation is now being displayed, buyers and brokers cannot say that their services are free.
Yeah, so first standard of practice is 1-8 that is a change, and that now states that the listing agent or the seller can request proof that a counteroffer has been presented to the buyer. A couple of years ago, we initiated the change where the buyer could request proof that their offer had been submitted, and now this change just says that the seller can request the proof that the counteroffer has been submitted. And then standard of practice 12-1 now says that you can no longer advertise your services for free, whether that's a buying or listing site, if you are receiving any type of compensation. So if you're getting 0 compensation, you can say your services are free. But regardless of where you're being compensated from, you can no longer advertise those services as free. So it's just a key of communicating well with your clients, having a listing presentation, having a buyer representation, and going through those agreements and clearly communicating what you're going to make in the transaction and who is responsible for paying that. Again, in Tennessee, there are no set commissions, so make sure you have a very honest conversation with your client about your expectation for compensation and communicating with the agents on both sides of the transaction and submitting offers and counteroffers in a timely manner and responding well in doing that. Again, best practices. We want Williamson County Realtors to be the very best in the industry and set a precedent for how we do things well.
Absolutely. And RealTracs is here for you guys if you have questions or want more information on the MLS changes. You all have a customer happiness representative that's been assigned to your office, but you're welcome to call in anytime for additional information. We're here to make sure you guys can be the best that you